I invite you to pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we come together today to observe this time-honored tradition of passing the baton from one commander to another. Many hours have been spent on this ceremony, and we're thankful for all that have helped bring us success to it. We offer thanks today for our commander that is departing. Lieutenant Colonel Howard has diligently worked here at Spangdahlem, not just for the mission of the Comm Squadron, but also for his people. Thank you for him and his family, because without their support, he could not have achieved everything he did. As they depart, give them the strength and energy to accomplish all that they have to as they move on to new opportunities in their journey in the Air Force. For our new commander, Major Fisher, give him the wisdom he needs as he takes this squadron to new places and even greater achievements. Thank you for this beautiful day, and we ask that as we pursue excellence, you'd inspire, protect, and guide us to reach new heights in our service to our country. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Stahl. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce the commander of the 52nd Mission Support Group, Colonel Nathan Rowe.
Colonel Hayward, Chief Ward, Colonel Winkler, Kristen, John, Colonel Humes, Colonel Bowen, squadron commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, and most importantly, the men and women of the 52nd Communications Squadron, the Cyber Ninjas. Welcome to today's ceremony. Thanks for being here today. Thanks to the Honor Guard and the Saber Singers. Those guys did an outstanding job, and I'm sure they have departed the fix already, but they always do a great job. Captain Stahl, thanks for those inspiring words. Finally, thanks to everyone who had a part in planning and executing this tremendous event. Today, the best communications squadron in USAFE, and in my personal opinion, the best communications squadron in the Air Force, is saying goodbye to their commander, Lieutenant Colonel Chris Howard, and welcoming a new leader, Major Dwayne Fisher. The 52nd Comm Squadron is composed of 212 cyber ninjas that provide full-spectrum communication services to over 6,000 customers in 25 units across Spangdahlem and 18 GSUs. These proud professionals are responsible for delivering world-class cyber operations, plans and programs, quality assurance, and postal support to the 9,000-person Spangdahlem community. They are critical to the success of the 52nd Mission Support Group, the 52nd Fighter Wing, and all of Sabre Nation. Under Lieutenant Colonel Howard's leadership, this unit has been recognized by USAFE as the best communications squadron in the command and by the Defense Information Systems Agency as having the best Cat II technical control facility in Europe for the past 2 years. They've also garnered a multitude of information dominance awards, including 6 USAFE level winners and 3 Air Force level winners. Now, the primary reason they've racked up so many awards over the past 2 years is their willingness, and probably more importantly, their ability to be USAFE's test bed for every new communication system, program, process, or good idea across the command. Over the past 2 years, they were the tip of the spear for USAFE's $2.5 million Air Force Network Migration and Knowledge Management Operations Center. They led the USAFE efforts on VoIP implementation and zero client execution, as well as DoD's SIPR PKI mandate. They replaced our 1950s era air surveillance radar with a state-of-the-art digital system that increased our air picture by 600%. They also implemented DoD's E911 system 11 months ahead of schedule, helping to ensure the safety of us all. And they did all this while completing more than 12,000 work orders, 400 projects, and supporting 9 multinational exercises. Not to mention that the postal operation processed more than 5 million pounds of mail with a phenomenal 97% package track rate and were open more than 35% longer than any other post office in USAFE. And by the way, they just rated excellent in their latest inspection. Now, despite the tremendous workload here at home, Colonel Howard has made it a priority to ensure his airmen were always ready to deploy. He's done an excellent job of ensuring every airman was superbly trained, mentally and physically fit, and prepared to meet the demands of going downrange. During his time, he sent 49 cyber airmen downrange to 17 different locations, and each and every one of them performed magnificently. It's obvious that Colonel Howard and his team has had his hands full. Lucky for him, he had his #1 wingman by his side. Christy, thank you for all you did for the Communications Squadron and all of Sabre Nation. I know the airmen of the Communications Squadron truly appreciate all of those cupcakes, muffins, breakfast burritos, etc. that you made. Colonel Howard took credit for them. So thanks for all you did for us here at Spangdahlem. You, Casey, Kaylin, Colton, Cody, Janessa, and Jaslyn will certainly be missed. Now, most of you probably know by now, my number one priority is to make sure we take care of our airmen. They truly are our most precious asset. It's my number one priority because I believe if we take care of our airmen, they'll take care of their mission. Lieutenant Colonel Howard truly understood and truly embraced my number one priority. He's certainly done a phenomenal job of taking care of his airmen, and Bam Bam, for that, I thank you. You've been an exceptional driving force behind the success of the 52nd Com, the 52nd MSG, and the Fighter Wing and Sabre Nation. Best of luck to you on your next command assignment at Langley. You've done an outstanding job, and you will be missed. But we are blessed to be welcoming another exceptional leader, Major Dwayne Radar Fisher. He joins us today along with his wife Erica and their children, Miley, Logan, and Luke. And we're certainly happy to have them. Major Fisher has a brilliant record of success that I know will only continue here at Spangdahlem. He comes to us from Washington, D.C., where he completed intermediate developmental education as a legislative fellow, serving on the personal staff of Congressman Langdon. In this capacity, he focused his efforts on national security and cybersecurity, advising the Congressman on defense, homeland security, intelligence, and a myriad of other issues. Prior to his stint in D.C., Dwayne was assigned to Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, where he was the chief of the Directors Action Group for Air Mobility Command's Communication Director, as well as the 17D Functional Area Manager. Prior assignments included time at PACAF, at Hickam, as well as AFMC at Hanscom. He is deployed to Al Dhafra in the UAE and completed a one-year remote to Al Udeid in Qatar. The bottom line with Major Fisher is that at every stop and at every endeavor, he has performed phenomenally and has been rewarded with ever greater responsibilities. His performance throughout his career has shown the Air Force that he is capable, ready, willing, and able to take on the challenge of squadron command. Airmen of the 52nd Communications Squadron, you deserve the very best. And you should feel confident that you're getting the very best with Major Fisher. It's clear that Major Fisher respects and values his team, and I have no doubt that he'll bring innovative ideas, a great deal of enthusiasm, and quite possibly a few less metrics to the squad. He's the perfect fit to lead 52nd Com right now, and we're incredibly lucky to have him. Now, Squadron Command is not a reward for past performance. It's an opportunity the Air Force provides its officers that they believe have the right experience, the right disposition, and most importantly, the right character to lead a squadron. Radar, your record shows that you deserve this opportunity, but remember that while command is a great privilege and a tremendous honor, it is also a sacred trust that comes with great responsibility. As you take command today, I ask that you make it your priority to take care of your airmen. You need to get to know your airmen, know them well enough that you can detect changes, make sure they know that you care about their well-being, as well as that of their families. Spend time making sure they have the resources they need to succeed. Listen to them, take their issues and concerns seriously. Because I promise you, if you take care of them, they'll take care of their mission. Colonel Howard and your peers in the MSG have set an extremely high standard in this regard, a standard I'm confident you'll uphold and exceed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's clear that the strength of our service, the strength of Spangdahlem, the strength of the Mission Support Group, and the strength of the 52nd Fighter Wing is in dedicated, mission-focused airmen forming a strong, effective, and resilient team. The proud professionals of the 52nd Communications Squadron are shining examples of this strength. I expect nothing but excellence in the coming years from Major Fisher and the outstanding airmen of the 52nd Communications Squadron. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Colonel Rumpf will now present the Meritorious Service Medal to Lieutenant Colonel Howard.
1, 10, good.
Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the Meritorious Service Medal, 2nd Oak Leaf Cluster to Lieutenant Colonel Christopher M. Howard for meritorious service from 10 July 2012 to 1 July 2014. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher M. Howard distinguished himself in performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 52nd Communications Squadron, 52nd Mission Support Group, 52nd Fighter Wing, Spangdahlem Air Base, Germany. During this period, Colonel Howard's outstanding leadership and technical expertise resulted in numerous technical advances across the 52nd Fighter Wing as the command's test bed for the $2.5 million Air Force network migration. His leadership enabled the successful migration of 6,000 users in 5 geographically separated units across 3 separate countries. His efforts resulted in the Air Force Networks Integration Center lauding Spangdahlem Air Base as setting the standard for the command. Additionally, Colonel Howard's keen oversight was crucial to the successful installation of the digital airport surveillance radar valued at over $12 million. This new capacity replaced and doubled the previous air surveillance, increased the reliability by over 800%, and directly contributed to the success of 16,000 sorties a year. Furthermore, Colonel Howard was critical to the success of Spangdahlem's $24 million fitness center project, where his superb attention to detail ensured a modern, fully integrated information technology system was operational, enabling the wing to replace the oldest fitness center in the command with a state-of-the-art, energy-efficient, and environmentally friendly fitness center complex. Finally, his phenomenal leadership was instrumental in the squadron earning the 2013 United States Air Force in Europe Lieutenant General Grant Award as the best communications squadron. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Howard reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Howard will now address the 52nd Communications Squadron for the last time as commander.
All right, let's see. All right, Colonel Huff told me I have 5 minutes maximum for my comments, so I've prepared a few things I need to cover with them. So I tried hard over the last year, not to fail you, but 5 minutes might be a problem for me today. So, all right, let's see. A former boss of mine, Colonel Aubrey Wood, U.S. Army retired, had told me whenever I notified him that I got selected for this job. I thank all the past leadership and folks that I've worked for that have just set me up for success. And when I notified him, he told me one day soon, before you know it, you're going to have some eager young fella standing behind you, anxious to wait for you to get out of the way so he can take that flag. So with Major Fisher, I know he is definitely the right guy. He's going to do great things with this unit. I was just honored to be here and get the privilege to serve with you guys. All right, so this last 24 months has absolutely flown by. I started looking at this. I made a little countdown, kind of like most of you guys have when you deploy. You got the little countdown on there. So I made one from day one of, I got 708 days. And I printed it out this morning, and it was down to 0. So that's something I'm going to stick in my me book one day. But just how fast this time goes by, it just seemed like yesterday, literally. It has been an absolute honor. I usually don't procrastinate, but this is something that I have not been looking forward to address you guys, because it's just been a privilege every single day. On Friday, the 16th of May, I heard Colonel Jalazadeh on AFN Commander's Corner describing how a lot of people got choked up at his final commander's call out there at the Wing Pavilion. And he went on to say how a lot of people just aren't going to understand unless they've done that. And I can tell you that I get it. I really do. When I started writing down things I wanted to talk about here, I started doing thank yous, and it turned literally into an alpha roster, because it was pretty much every single person in this squadron, the leadership, the other group commanders, the squadron commanders, the first sergeant, the chiefs, the men and women standing here in formation, look sharp out there, represent where all the work actually gets done. So again, I had there's no way for me to thank all the people that helped me make this successful. This has been a very rewarding 2-year tour for myself and my family. I had the easy job. Everything that ever went right was because of the people standing here in front of you today. Anything that goes wrong like this Easter egg, if it doesn't go how I expect it to go for you guys, that's clearly my fault. Just blame it on me. Or Lieutenant Jameson. But luckily, 99% of the time, things always ran smoothly, and that's a testament to the men and women you see before you. There's no way for me to thank everybody, so please don't take offense if I intentionally left you off. First and foremost, I'm going to thank God, because I always feel that without Him, none of this would ever been possible. Colonel Rump, I appreciate you officiating today and the kind words. Especially thank you for how you've taken care of our family and the men and women of the 52nd Mission Support Group. I would thank Colonel Jalazada and Colonel Callisti, who gave me this opportunity a couple years ago to lead such an outstanding team of communication professionals. Colonel Hubert, Chief Ward. I'm not going to get upset, I promise. To the group commanders, I just think of all the faces I see out there, and I've seen just almost every single one of you guys in your office, and the things that I've gotten takeaways from my Colonel Humes telling me I need to be your advocate. I tell you that was a powerful message. He'd forgotten all about it, but that's something that short little phrase is something that really meant a lot to me. So. I want to thank the fellow squadron commanders for the phenomenal work relationship we've developed over the last years. I appreciate you guys coming. To the other MSG squadron commanders, a couple of them already left, but Phil on his way back from Boondoggle 3 weeks back in the States. Tammy, who just left, Brad, Damien, Liz, and Z. That was a truly amazing team, and I don't consider them just fellow commanders, but I also consider them great friends. Friends, family, the honorary commanders, the chiefs, first sergeants, supervisors, co-workers, men and women of Sabre Nation, thank you for being here as well. Honor Guard and Chaplain Stall, Singing Sabres, club staff with Kevin and Sylvia helped set all this stuff up. I would like to publicly thank Chief Cooper, Sergeant Warner, Captain Cardona, Senior Master Sergeant Easton, Sergeant Latimer. These are all former 52nd Comm Squadron alumni who abandoned me. No, they PCA'd over to other units, and I know they're doing great work, but they went on to do better things. Also to the men and women of the 52nd Communications Squadron, Senior Master Sergeant Hebb, thank you for all volunteering to take lead on this. I don't know where you are, if you're probably hiding. There he is, hiding back there. So modest. Thank you and all the people behind the scenes that made this happen. Our CSS with Mindy Lawrence here, PB, Chief Schrainer, Sergeant Woods, Cap Sims, our new DO, he just came back from his deployment, and I let him know what his new job of being DO was. Good way to welcome him back. And the operations flight with Lieutenant Gilberto and Sergeant Hebb, ATCAL's radar, CFP, infrastructure and tech control, NetOps, asset management, CST, our lab, RF trans cable, our standabout, some of our best and brightest, Sergeant Gilbert and his team up there. The plans and programs like Mr. Moody, Senior Master Sergeant Kegler, Senior Master Sergeant Harris. Our post office, the plans, just an all-star cast composed of what seems like hundreds of tech sergeants down there. Our local nationals of civil service who work behind the scenes and enable the Sabre Nation to communicate with our resource advisor, UDM, our security manager, our training manager. All right, that was all the thank you stuff. So, but the main points I literally is these guys in here stand in front of you can literally attest that I have hundreds of stories and experiences with so many of you. I sincerely thank each of you for your dedication, commitment, and patience. Communication is not a glamorous or high-profile job. We don't need to argue our relevance. Comm is often comparable, I think, to oxygen, and then it's often taken for granted. You pick up the phone, you expect it to work. You put your CAC, and you expect it to have your email and your Facebook. Sorry, Liz, I know they're going to throw Facebook in there. But as soon as you don't have it, your job can come to a screeching halt. So what I'd ask is those customers out there that we support, next time you got a technician that's in there fixing whatever your issue is for you, please just take the time to thank them and let them know you appreciate what they do. Team Comm, thank you again for what you do. You represent the entire career field and are a true epitome of silent professionals. What each of you do literally touches everything and influences decisions made at every level throughout the chain of command. It's been an absolute honor and privilege to lead this unit. I'm going to use some, everybody knows how intellectual I am. But an inspirational speaker, maybe you heard this in Spider-Man, Uncle Ben. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Chaplain Randall, a couple Sundays ago, said in Sunday service that with great privilege requires great responsibility, but potential great reward. I can honestly tell you, I know what he's talking about. On the 27th of July, 2012, in the conference center by Cool Beans, not the Biker Center, Liz, it wasn't that at that time. At my very first command call, I told the squadron that I was going to do my best to support you and take care of you no matter what, and I hope I lived up to that expectation. In the last indoor commander's call we did over the theater on the 31st of March, I stated I was leaving with no regrets. Well, there was one shortly after because I got tased. That was my one and only regret. But other than that, I'm leaving with absolutely no regrets. So, first I want to welcome Dwayne and Eric and his family. I want to publicly welcome you to the squadron. And then now is the leader of the 50 Cent Communications family. I said use the word family because that's exactly what we are. We take care of each other, and no doubt you're the perfect match. Best of luck to you as you embark on this new challenge together. Oh, his gift is the BlackBerry. Already synchronized. Keys to the building and keys to the office. So we did a change of command yesterday where I relinquished command of the BlackBerry to Lieutenant Caberto and got some pictures and everything. So it was quite touching. All right, and as I mentioned, I got hundreds of stories, but one most important, most inspirational was by the former AFPC commander, Major General A.J. Stewart, in December 2012. So in that one, I got the honor to go sit in that class and hearing General Stewart speak. He said something that really, that I feel is important, that I'd ask each of you to, regardless of what your rank or what your position, civilian or military, he said that cherish life is one day and someday never come. General Stewart passed away Sunday, March 9, 2014 at Randolph. So that leads me to the tough part of this for me, and that's to get to the people who motivate me, inspire me, and the most important thing, sole purpose in my life, and that's my family. So for each of my 4 children and my wife of over 20 years, have absolutely made my life worth living. So Kaylin, the most resilient person I've ever met. The numerous sacrifices that teenagers make, leaving friends, family, and changing schools, thank you. I know it's been hard. I want you to know that I always have and always will be proud to call you my daughter. Colton and Cody, they just go with the flow, and I know Dad seems like he's busy a lot of the times, but you bring me so much joy, and I think the world of you too. Hey, you two, I'm looking at you. Hey. You're supposed to look at it. There's a Michael Jordan jersey in there for crying out loud. To my oldest son, Casey, Jaslyn, and Janessa, I'm proud of the man that you've become and the family that you guys have. It's been great. I can't believe how fast this time goes by. I remember just 21 years ago, I joined the Air Force, and when he was born in Florida, time goes by quick. All right, I got to make sure I come up there because I'll have to hand this one to Christy. Don't give it to you. Where is it? You got it? Okay. I got to read this because I took the time to write it down. I got to make sure I follow it so I don't get in trouble and hear about it on a 12-hour drive from Florida to Virginia. To my wife Christy, over the last 20 years, she puts up with more than any woman should have to. She spared the squadron a lot of grief, as I usually bounce ideas off her, and she usually tells me, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that." So I'm thankful and proud to call you my best friend. All right, it's all right. My best friend and wife of over 20 years. So this gives one more story that we told on this stage, Colonel Callisti told. So we should have been together for 25 years, but in high school we dated for 3 days. She dumped me. To this day I still don't know why, but she knew one day I would be her sugar daddy. This is our 14th time to pack up our household goods. You've made each house our home. Thank you for holding all together for the 900 plus days of TDYs. And there's no way I'd be here today without you. No one else in the world, no one. I'd ever want here other than you. I could not be any more blessed to have such a supporting team at home. Thank you, and I love you each conditionally. Kobe Bryant, sir. Actually, San Antonio Spurs. So thank you all again. This has been an absolute honor. It really, really has. There's not been a day where I'm like, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Even after 3-4 day weekends, I'm pumped. Every single freaking day is to come to work because I get the privilege of working with you guys, and it's been just an absolute blast. I want to wish you all nothing but health, happiness, and future success in wherever the Air Force takes you, 4 years or 20 years. It doesn't matter. You guys do great work, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
The men and women of the 52nd Communications Squadron will now honor Lieutenant Colonel Howard with a final salute.
Squadron 10, present, pause. Order, pause. Saber God! What war?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the formal portion of today's ceremony.
Publish the orders.
Attention to orders. The Department of the Air Force has announced that effective 1 July 2014, by the order of the Commander, 52nd Fighter Wing, Major Dwayne L. Fisher is assigned as Commander, 52nd Communications Squadron, Spangdahlem Air Force Base, Germany.
I assume command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 52nd Communications Squadron, Major Dwayne Fisher.
Good morning, Colonel Hubert, Colonel Rump, Air Class Rodents, Group and Deputy Group Commanders, Chiefs, distinguished guests, fellow squadron commanders, and the men and women of the 52nd Comm Squadron. I am honored to be here today and stand here as the 52nd Communications Squadron Commander. First, I want to thank God for His continued blessing upon me and my family. I firmly believe that He has blessed me with the greatest job in the Air Force, and I am humbled to be standing before you today. This is truly a special moment for me, and I appreciate everyone taking time out of your busy day to take part of this ceremony. I would like to thank a few people that have given me a privilege to be standing here. First, Colonel Hubert, sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity in your wing. Colonel Rump, sir, I am privileged to be standing here and I have your confidence to serve as one of your commanders. Thank you. And to Colonel Howard, sir, the achievements that the 52nd Comm Squadron has secured over the last 2 years is a true testament to your expert stewardship. I would like to thank you and your family's dedication to the Air Force mission. I wish you and Christy well as you embark on your next assignment stateside at the 63rd, They are lucky to have you. Finally, to the men and women of the 52nd Comm Squadron. I have no profound speech this morning other than my profound and sincere admiration for each and every one of you. I want to say thank you for your hard work and dedication that you have and continue to provide to this wing and to the other 18 geographically separated units. I am honored to be surrounded by such professional experts who are well-trained and so dedicated to complete its mission. As I take command, I would like to challenge each one of you. In our Air Force today, we need talented and innovative airmen to meet today's missions as well as tomorrow's future missions. Thus, I would like to challenge each of you to be leaders within each of your own sphere. Today's more agile Air Force will need leaders at every level, which means from the youngest airman all the way to the chief, and yes, and it means me. I will work tirelessly and strive to ensure that you are provided with the necessary resources and guidance to meet the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, continuing on that excellence that the 52nd Communications Squadron has earned. I only ask that you strive to make each of your work centers better and your teammates' work centers better by ensuring you bring your A game every day and using your unique cyber skill sets to the betterment of the whole squadron. In other words, look out for your brothers and sisters next to you and be committed to them, as I will be committed to each of you. Today, I see that spirit of commitment displayed here as part of this awesome ceremony, and I thank you all on behalf of my family for this warm welcome and for this first-class event. Senior Master Sergeant Hebb, Sergeant Hughes, Chaplain Stahl, and the other remarkable troops, too many to acknowledge here for this event. It's truly world-class. Thank you so much for this top-notch effort. In closing, I look forward to serving along each one of you and earning your trust every day. Thank you for what you do and the sacrifices that you have made and continue to make to serve our great nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Fisher. We would now like to welcome Thank you, Major Fisher. At this time, the 52nd Communications Squadron will honor Major Fisher with his first salute.
Squadron, attention. Present, halt. Order, halt.
Thank you, Major Fisher. We would now like to welcome a very special person to the 52nd Communications Squadron. Ms. Fisher, on behalf of the men and women of the 52nd Communications Squadron, we present to you a memento and welcome you to our family. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain in place for the departure of the official party. On behalf of Colonel Rump, thank you for attending today's ceremony. Please join us to the left side of the ballroom for a reception welcoming Major Fisher, Erica, and their children to the 52nd Communications Squadron family.